I
Come
saw that too, the
on.
RPP. That's new. I might have to work on something like that.
You gotta do your parody, your parody rap. I'm gonna wait for it to show up on the Live of the Bike main channel, and then we'll give you
Sweet.
an introduction. But yeah, I mean, I have. Oh, there we go. We're live. Boom. You there? Say hi. There, it's like going back and forth.
Here we go.
There we go. Let's wait for some wild animals to come in. You're 0 for 0 now, so don't worry. 5 minutes in, your groupies will come.
The RPP groupies.
Yeah. Oh, we got 26 people already. Geez, 31. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, we can get started real soon. Hello, hello, hello. Who's in the chat? Nick from Yuma, you in there? There's 31 people in there. Nobody's saying anything. We're finally live. I haven't done like live on the Live of the Bike channel in quite a while, but I've been streaming on my YouTube. I got 3 final tables in a row in the last 3 streams.
We'll turn this around.
Vic Holcomb, hey from Oklahoma. Is that one of your guys? I don't recognize the name.
We got some people. Oh, there we go. They're talking.
Yeah, Anthony
Vic.
Bonfire. Ryan Freeman says,
Sure,
Rampage,
sir.
love your videos. Jack Jung, what's up from South Korea? Annyeonghaseyo. Byron Gunby, hey, freezing cold in Ontario, Canada. What's up, Jason Ferris?
I find it crazy that there's a lot of international people around outside the US. I just find that so cool.
Well, gaming's like a thing of the human race. Like, I don't know if you listen to my narratives, but just like people's like, poker's dying, poker's dying. I'm like, as long as the human race exists, chess and poker are just already legacied in. They're the 2 classic games that
I still need to watch Queen's Gambit. I know nothing about chess. I feel like
I watched the first 10 minutes. PHF says, hey from Shanghai. Jack Jung says, living in Los Angeles but currently in Korea. Love Rampage poker contents. What's up, Eliza Elephant?
good morning, Jack. Time
Smash that
difference
thumbs
is,
up. Smash that thumbs up. Hit subscribe. But
yeah, support the Live of the Bike channel. Hit that smash that thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button. Always good content out here.
So this is Ethan, aka Rampage Poker, and you just like came on the scene because when you came on the scene, vlogging was supposedly saturated. I don't know. That's what I heard.
I don't know. I started like you could say the same thing about everything, but I started making videos. My first video was probably like 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, but I didn't take it too seriously. I was like just playing poker. So like the big guys were obviously like the OG people. And there wasn't really anyone too new on the scene besides like me and then a few other people like the people that stopped making videos. I guess it would be like Matthew Liu and like MTL Montreal Mac. I don't know, but I started like 2.5 years ago and I was posting like off and on, but started taking it more seriously last summer and I started posting more consistently and trying to make it a thing with content. But it's been a fun ride.
So you're like a child. Like you just turned 21 and no, seriously, how old are you?
I'm 23.
You're 23.
So I just turned 23.
How is it like learning poker in like this era? Like, you're born in the late 90s.
Yeah, I guess like the way that I learned poker is pretty unconventional. Like I started making YouTube videos. My first few videos were just because I wanted to learn. I didn't have any poker friends or I didn't know how to get started with learning. So I watched a lot of like Brad Owen, Andrew Nemes, Johnny Vibes, like all their vlogs. And I was like, okay, like I know how to make videos. Content was always something I wanted to get involved in. And I knew like the comment section would be super helpful. So that's why I started making videos in the first place, just to get like some direction of what I was doing. So I think I've like literally vlogged one of my first 5 poker sessions ever played, like live, online, whatever. So I knew nothing. And I got a lot of feedback about what was wrong. And eventually I couldn't get worse.
But it can always get worse, like especially in this world.
Not from those beginnings.
Those
no way.
comments? Okay. But even before that, it's just like you're just making videos but nothing to do with poker. Like you hadn't even entered the poker space or
Yeah, So I guess like when I was a little kid, I was always playing like Call of Duty, and I wanted to make like gameplay commentaries or like montages. Tried that for a while, didn't really go anywhere, and then flash forward to like my sophomore year, my freshman and sophomore year of college, I was making gaming videos about like a game on my phone called Madden Mobile.
Hmm.
And then that kind of gave me a nice intro as to what it was like to try to produce content on a daily basis and be consistent, and just trying to like navigate through like the YouTube space and what it was like, and kind of loved that process, and I loved making content, but eventually that ended up like dying out. And then we got introduced to poker, and then all of a sudden like another opportunity to try to make videos.
So that's the thing, because like when you do the video games, the esports things, is like the peak viewership can be like a huge fad, especially at the younger age. But the thing is, video games are more ephemeral. Like at best, like the title, the intellectual property stays on because you have like Super Mario Bros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 billion. But the
Yeah,
original like can't carry over. But the game of poker and like chess and just like normal sports, it's just the rules don't change. The rules could change a little bit, but it's not
right.
like such a drastic,
But it's a big
transformation.
yeah, I kind of get what you're saying. I can't put it into words, but it's just very
Static.
it's all, I guess, yeah. And with video games, for me it was a mix of one, like when you talk about saturated, the video gaming space for any sort of game title is so saturated. It's crazy. Like
Right.
that's what everyone wants to do. So it
Right.
was really hard to break into that. And then when I was starting, the poker space was just starting to be like a thing. Like there were only a handful of people making videos and doing really well, which were the OG guys back then.
Okay.
Um, so it was like easier to break into because there wasn't that much content out there. And my first few videos got like I think like my first day or first week I got like a couple hundred views on my first video. I was like, oh, this could be a thing. I'm learning a lot about poker. I'm getting berated in the comment section, but like that's kind of what I
Standard.
was asking
Yeah.
for. It was literally what I was asking for. Like I wanted someone to be like,
Feel the
what
pain.
the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I needed some direction. I knew I was doing something wrong if I kept losing money. So I had to had to learn.
Well, let's maybe that rabbit hole later. Anyway, go keep going.
Um, yeah, I guess so that's kind of how I started. I was in school. Uh, there was an 18 plus casino, which is nice. So I think I
Sweet.
was like 20 at the time, and for summer I was going to this casino named Twin River in Rhode Island, which I am now banned from. But we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
Got banned from that, but at the time, just learning the game, making some videos here and there, and then when I turned 21, it was kind of perfect. When I went back to school that fall, a new casino just opened up like 30 minutes away from my school. Just turned 21, got to play a lot more there, made a few videos, and then spent a lot of my senior year playing poker and just learning the game. And I didn't know if I was profitable at the time, but and then I ended up playing for like that whole senior year. And near the end of my senior year, I remember I ended up quitting like my on-campus job that was paying $15 an hour to try to like I was like, there's no need to make this. I want to go to play poker because like at the time my hourly was higher than 15, so I figured like why not? I'm having so much more fun playing, and I could make
For now.
videos as well. Yeah.
For
Oh
now.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. That was the mindset at the time, so I tried to take a chance on that, and then
Sure.
um, graduated. And then once I graduated, I wanted to take video making more seriously, so we were balancing that and working I guess big boy job ish with a startup company. But yeah, now we're just doing videos.
Wow. This is just like looking in an alternate universe and the past. I mean, a lot of us were very similar. Like I went to UC San Diego with Maria Ho, and just a lot of us like we played poker. I was drawing comics for the newspaper. It paid $9.80 an hour, and then like I'm just like I can't pay for anything, So
Yeah,
we started poker, and then it was kind of off the races. Like Steve Sung, Joseph Chung was there, but I didn't know him.
yeah,
I knew his cousin. But yeah, it's just like and then we tried the normal jobs, and it's just like you just have to make decisions in life, and then there's nobody can tell you what the right moves are. Like in retrospect, you can be like, okay, this might have been better. You could have improved that. But really, it's kind of like in Rounders when the professor tells Mike McDermott, our destiny chooses us.
yeah. I was like, I'm still young enough to take the risk, so I figured
Yeah.
like worst case scenario, like I did graduate from school. If I fail with poker, with YouTube and everything, then
Yes.
lucky enough to kind of have a base level to go back to, you know?
You could always
And
do like as many things as possible. I mean, I know it's rough, and like I always, sympathize with your generation and younger. It's like the standards are so high, and the cost of living is just getting higher and higher. That's
yeah,
whew.
it's a lot. It's especially yeah, when I went to LA recently, I found out the rent numbers. It's oh my
Oh
God,
yeah,
those are ugly. No
yeah.
way.
And the Bay Area is worse, and the Bay
Where
Area
does it
has
get?
the Bay
Oh,
Area, like San Jose, San Francisco. The cost of living is worse. Like the housing
ew.
cost is worse, and there's like poker in the Bay Area is less of a good option because um, there's less action. There's less like the casual players are. I guess like when they spaz, there's always like a thought process behind it. Whereas like in LA, the action's more like people try to overrun you.
It's
So
fun.
there's like
Yeah.
yeah, it's just different. So
The whole time when I was in LA like last month, I the whole time I was imagining like what would it be like during normal times? And then you have like five really large card rooms,
right,
all super close to each other,
yeah.
100+ tables. It's unheard of. Like I don't. It seems better than Vegas. I don't know.
It is. That's why we're here. I mean, like, I remember Brad Owen mentioned that maybe the best places to play poker for a living aren't a major city. It's one of the smaller cities that have more expendable action and easier games. But in my opinion, Los Angeles is a better place to grind poker. But it's also because you can do other things in LA. Like, if you go to Vegas, even if it is comparable, just say they are the same. In Vegas, you're pigeonholed into the casino and gambling industry, which is great if that's the
Yeah.
direction you're heading. But
You don't have as many opportunities. I think
yeah,
with LA, it's you're just surrounded by all different kinds of people. You're just meeting someone new all the time.
yeah,
Um,
and a lot of the things are more synergistic in LA. Like the gaming industry is like the video game industry. There's a lot of stuff here, plus like Hollywood. Whereas in the Bay Area, like poker and the tech industry don't have as much crossover. So for those of you guys thinking of being a professional player, think about that before, you know, where you choose to go.
yeah,
So
I'm thinking. Also, Austin was really cool too. I just went there recently.
I
Austin
think,
seems like
yeah, from what I hear
a
about
really good
Texas,
time.
it seems like a decently good, option if you want to play poker for a living. But
Yeah,
that leads into, do you want to play poker for a living?
yeah. Uh, I guess if you're asking me, like I'm very much content heavy because I started. I mean, everything I've been doing was always for content. Me going to New Jersey and firing up some tournaments as a non-tournament player. Just wanted to make a cool stream, make some cool videos because I felt like it'd just be cool to document and cool for people to kind of follow along. Um, so I don't think I want to play it for a living for sure. And I don't think I want to play high stakes unless it's for like a cool video. High stakes for me, like I probably wouldn't move anywhere past 510, and I don't even know if I want to play 510 consistently. At least not right now because I'm definitely not good enough for that. But um, I like making content, and poker has been an amazing opportunity for me to just start pumping up videos, making videos. So that's where my focus has always been behind. So if it keeps going
So
well, like not gonna stop.
I remember when Andrew Nemi and Brad Owen were coming up for the vlogs and then Johnny Vibes, and there are like quite a few people who try and still try. Like I think Chuck Race Charles in the mix, and just like there's so many people that try and then just like it was like I don't know because I didn't try, but people had told me that it was kind of saturated, and then like you and Mariano and like a couple other people just like ended up stepping on the scene like fairly
Yeah,
quickly.
Mario's been killing it. His videos are just next level. Yeah, it doesn't seem saturated because you can see like it's weird because I've been watching the poker space grow and it grows with Brad Owen's numbers because he's the top guy right now in the space, and you see like his top videos get videos get like 1 million plus views, like multi-million views. So know that there's a pretty big market for it. You just know there's a bunch of people interested, and the space is only going to get larger because his videos just keep getting more views. So it just creates a big opportunity for people to make videos in the space. And even right now, no one's really posting, which I don't really understand. It seems like I'm pretty much the main person making videos, and I don't know why. Because I think, at least from my perspective, like I'm so focused on the content because I think like if you can do YouTube really well, then obviously it can be super profitable. And I like how the main thing is the scalability of it, where you can just make as many videos as you want and they're there for forever, pretty much, as long as YouTube's up. So
What I'd also added is there's no downswings in YouTube. Like once you hit the viewership, it can only go up. You can't like lose numbers.
yeah,
Like poker, you could like you could lose, which is in the middle.
yeah. So I always say, like, whenever I have a losing session, it's YouTube's a rebate. I'll punt off some money and I'll get a little bit back from the video at least. Uh,
Do you
but
find
yeah,
issues with like people knowing who you are?
no, it's always really friendly. I've never had any issues like running into people. Where I play right now, it's pretty local. It's like a local club in New Hampshire, so I run into a lot of the same familiar faces, and it's cool to kind of see people that watch the videos. But no issues. It's kind of fun to navigate I'm usually at a table because it's a pretty small local club. Like I'm usually at a table with a few people that watch the videos, so it's fun to navigate different lines and try different things
No
because they already
leveling
know
wars.
what I'm up. Yeah, just a little bit. Try to do some
I'm-
funky stuff.
I mean,
And
after I was playing on camera, like people were hero calling me on like 4 flush boards, and some of them were on live with bike. I'm just like, it's ridiculous. I'm reviewing like my hand. Maybe I'm giving off something, but really they just like don't believe me. So I'm just like,
Yeah, I ran into this. I remember last year I had like a few weeks where I just kept getting called down by third pair, and I was going insane. I didn't know what was happening. I was losing my mind, but slowly learned, I guess.
yeah. I
Maybe.
mean, it's a never-ending adjusting process. But at some point, it's like with poker, you do want to hide as much about your ability as possible. So,
Yeah, that's the thing when I asked, because the thing is, like, for me, I play relatively low stakes compared to like Andrew Niemer and Brad Owen. Like they normally play 5-10, so I was curious about what they thought about them posting videos so much, and I guess that's also like a hindrance as to why they don't post as much. But I literally post every single session. It's always been for content for me, and it's like if you know how I play, then the long term game for me has always been YouTube as opposed to like making money grinding poker. So
well, you're young. That'll change. Just kidding.
yeah,
We'll see.
I'm sure.
So I
I'm
saw
sure.
you posted 2 vlogs with the bicycle hotel and casino, but this was after the reopen and they have to be outdoors. What'd you think of that?
Out of all the places, the bike had the nicest outdoor setting. They had like a bunch of these. So it was super cold when I went. I'm sure it's still cold now, but at night, like they have these like portable heaters. I thought
Oh,
that was really nice. Like that was pretty much between every other table, so that was cool to kind of stay warm under that. But it was cool. I found it very interesting because like normal times you have 5 casinos with 100 plus tables. Now everything's just converted to like 15, 20 tables at the bike. So wait lists a little bit longer,
yeah.
all that fun stuff. But I thought it was a good time. LA poker was definitely different. I had to adjust a little bit from where I normally play. Like it felt like we went to every single flop like multi-way. It was insane. Didn't matter how big you raised it. You're going multi-way, which is it's a good time.
This is
Just gonna
why
have to
the training
navigate
sites
better.
don't really apply. You have to micromanage to I mean, the training sites are good to get your feet wet, give you like a standard stuff, but like you said, if like 5 people are seeing the flop to any raise, you're not dealing with like 3x, 4x raises. If you just go 9x, go 10x. If
Yeah, I
value
didn't. Yeah,
remains.
I should have experimented with that. Yeah, it didn't matter. We went.
Oops, gave away too much already. All right, go ahead.
I remember one hand. We went. It was a 3-bet pot. It went 5 ways. 5 ways. That 3-bet pot. That was crazy.
Yeah, so the 3-better can increase their size if they're doing it for value instead of whatever
Yeah.
the 3x or 3.5x or 2.5 GTO, whatever. It's just
Yeah.
like there's a lot of practical applications. What's the whole point of like Live at the Bike? Even though it is centered around LA, it's just like okay, you have to adjust to your environment. And when people see hands, like, oh my god, how they play like that, or it's just like, okay, your arena plays differently from LA, and then also plays differently from on camera. Like, this is
Yeah.
just the audience.
Yeah, big time. Didn't really adjust that well. We still went every flop multi-way, but it's fine.
Increase your
Makes makes
increase your bet sizes. Like get
makes the
value.
pot a little bigger. I liked it,
Yeah, I saw
but
saw a crazy hand that you were surprised at the result. I think I wasn't too surprised. It's one from one of your vlogs. I guess the flop was like queen 9-6 two hearts one club, and then you had jack 10 club. I think you were the first pre-flop raise, and then somebody bet into you and you called, and some guy just like raised, and then the other guy re-raised, and I think you were a bit surprised on what people had.
I was stunned. Oh, my jaw dropped when he flipped his hand over. I was like, no way. He
I'm just
isolated
like,
and three bet multi-way. He donked out on the flop. He just let out from the small blind with top pair, queen 10. You got like two calls and then a jam, and then he three bet with queen 10. And why I guess you're not surprised. Like what? Why?
no. I mean, technically you have odds. Like if you have three-way, you have 32% for the straight draw, and the backdoor flush draw is another 5%. So you would have had odds three-way.
It was a big. It was no, it wasn't a big one. It was well. So the issue was that it was like he bet out like 75 into
This
whatever
is
it is.
also knowing what the cards are. I mean, like if you're against like a set and a flush draw, then yeah, you're not in good shape. You would have like
Right.
less than 25%. But with the cards flipped over, which is why you were shocked and why I'm not shocked, is because I see this all the time. For the audience that didn't watch Rampage Poker's vlog, the original better had queen 10 on queen 9-6, two hearts, one club. Rampage Poker had jack 10 of clubs open-ended, and the raiser had 4-5 of hearts for just the 5 high flush draw. And
Right.
the guy who originally donk betted was so above the rim that he bet 3-bet for value and got dead money in with top pair against a naked flush draw.
Did a good job.
So are
He did
those
a
guys
really good
geniuses?
job.
Is he just a genius? It's just like a leveling, like, fold equity war? Like, what is it?
I just thought stronger, but I mean, good for. Well, then I tried to take advantage of that later on, which was nice. Little 6 high shove, but yeah, I don't. I guess you're not surprised. I was surprised. I didn't. I don't know. He could have gotten more money out of me. That's for damn sure. I was
This
easily
is
calling it 200.
Yeah, this is the thing why people like come to LA and they're like surprised. They either think it's like donkey-ish or what. But the thing is, like, just Rex and pros alike, there's a lot of overrun in the game. Like you're trying to overrun the other guy, and that's
You'd
like
mentioned that early
that.
on.
Yeah, because like in Vegas, there's predominantly two styles. Either people are super nitty or they're super gambly. But the gamble is like, oh, whatever. I have a draw or I have outs. I put my money in. Like the way that LA is like, I'm gonna try to get you to fold. Like, or I'm gonna put a lot of pressure on you and put you to the test. And like we're gonna make sure that these pots are big. Whereas like
I love. Yeah, I
I
love
don't know.
that.
I'm just saying that there's that element, and just like I was in San Diego for a while, so I know that demeanor too. That they're like much slower, and then in NorCal they do have aggression, but it's more calculated. So at least in these like
Okay.
4 sectors, I'm fairly familiar.
Oh, I should have hit you up before I made that LA trip, man.
I said you could like we were on each other's Instagram. You could always anybody could just email me wayne@liveatthebike.com if you're coming in. If you have media presence, I'll try to get you on the show. And you said you wanted to come on Live at the Bike, so when we come back on, yeah, just let me know. I need a lot of heads up though because the scheduling's done over a month in advance. But
I'm sure you guys get a lot of requests.
yeah, it's a constant
sure.
overload and it sucks. But just like I mean, the viewers should know the regs get priority because they pay rake. So that's kind of
Yeah,
the way it goes.
that's yeah. When you mentioned that, I was like, what am I? I'm never gonna say no to this opportunity. I mean, I've watched Live at the Bike all the time. Like after every session, it's nice to being from the East Coast because when I end a session, you guys are still running like 3 hours behind. So just go home, listen to you commentate, see some crazy action,
Me,
and it's a good
I don't
time.
really do anything anymore. I'm more behind the scenes now, but Either
You
way.
commentate a little bit.
Yeah, it's mostly the alternate games, and by alternate I mean like PLO and Limit, because like No Limit Hold'em, there's so many people who could do that stuff, and
Yeah.
I had been doing No Limit Hold'em live like for quite a while, so I don't know. I think to say the same stuff over and over again is not really that interesting, I guess. So I always want like fresh people, and we have like Charlie Wilmoth or Squish and JJ, just like all these people who are like proven winners that are. It's great to have like different points of view, because you don't want to
Have
hear
people
like
battle it out. Yeah.
yeah, we just don't want to hear the same thing over and over again, because like the whole point of commentary is to add like different perspectives to what's going
I like
on.
it. Yeah. You guys do a good job on the stream.
Appreciate. And you had to deal with the dividers and the masks, right?
Yeah, I couldn't hear a single thing. There was no communication. It's a good look. There it is. And it fogs up your glasses if you're wearing glasses, and it's a whole ordeal. But yeah, it was the one thing was that when I was at the bike, it was so quiet in the room because you can't even talk. Anyways, like people tried talking at the table when I first sat down. There's nothing going on. You can barely tell what the bet size is. You have to just like reconfirm all the time. So yeah, dividers aren't great, but
yeah, but it just shows that even with this pandemic and these kind of obstacles, that people still are going to play poker. So I don't see how poker is going to die.
Oh no, you got to get your gamble on, especially after the long break. Got to get some cards in the air.
Yeah, and how long was the wait list? Like I've seen like 100 people on the wait list.
Yeah, you got to time it. I went really late. A few of the sessions I started like super late, so that wasn't too big of a deal, but still had to wait. When I tried to go to Commerce, it was like 50, 70 person wait list. It wasn't even worth going. So
and I lost my job, so I don't have any reason to go. No, I'm just kidding. I did lose my jobs, but like I went to the first like few weeks to help out, and just like the tables filled up, and it was like, okay, they don't need me. And then I went the last couple of weeks, to meet with some people, and yeah, it's just like super bustling. And
yeah, I mean, I don't know how many tables are usually running at the bike when you're inside, but I mean every table is filled. There's no problem filling up like the 20 tables that they're offering running at the time.
Like normally during the daytime, like when things are more regular, some people have work and jobs, but they don't have to be at the office. So you have a lot of like working people like playing poker, and that like real estate people, or lawyers, and then
they're always on their phones, walking up to getting the phone call or whatever. Like,
yeah, when they need to take a call, they get up. If you're a lawyer, your hourly is like $300 an hour or it's $650 an hour, whatever the F it is. So
it's a profitable phone call.
Yeah.
It's a plus EV to take that phone call over seeing an orbit. Yeah.
Always, yeah. And then like, real estate people is just like, it's like literally nothing can be going on for you until, somebody wants to buy a house or commercial real estate, buy a building. So that's just very common.
So there was always a lot of tables running during the day too, or
yeah, like well, normally, so limit hold'em is slightly healthier, and the props get paid more. So usually like clockwork, about 10 a.m. the limit games start, and about 11:30 the no limit games start, and then it just limit can go through the night. No limit frequently does not go through the night, but there's a morning crew, and then there's during swing shift and then graveyard, it goes as long as it can. But
is limit big in LA?
Yeah, limit's always been big. I've said on air, like in the casino industry, not counting the private games, limit's slightly healthier of an ecosystem, because it's not the amount of players that matters, it's the amount of external money coming in. So it's like, if there's 1,000 no limit players and 500 limit players, but the 1,000 no limit players aren't giving action, or like more predominantly pros, and the limit players, like half the pool are the real estate and guys and lawyers talking to you, like bringing in money to the industry, that's considered like a healthier ecosystem, rather than somebody just like buying in 3 bullets and then you just like never see him again.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I know absolutely nothing about limit.
It's okay. Like the whole thing is like you for televised slash like YouTube, No Limit clearly is like the only watchable form, and now there's like a little bit of PLO, but just like the mixed games and limit, you're just like it's literally unwatchable.
Yeah.
Like I play them, but like I would watch like high level people for like mixed games, but just like I could never watch that stuff.
Yeah, I assume to be tough. PLO it's growing. I mean, when I was in Houston, there was more PLO running than No Limit or Hold'em, like consistently across the board when I was there for like a week, and there was always more PLO tables running. So it is dangerously fun. It is dangerously fun, especially when you don't know what you're doing, and you're never drawing dead. So it's fun that way.
Well, won't comment on that for now, but let's tell everybody, because you're never drawing dead. There's specific ways, like, and I had Thallo on the podcast as well, where you want to get your opponent drawing like really thin or dead, which is, PLO tip of the day. You want nut flush over flush, set over set. You want over full over versus under full, or over full over trips, which is like your opponent's literally close to drawing dead in these scenarios. And if your opponent's just like not experienced, then they don't have a chance to win in these scenarios.
We're here.
Yeah,
we're here.
It's just like, you gotta. It's the leveling war. I don't know what I'm doing either. Like,
I think I've only played PLO live like 5-6 times, and then very recently, when I was in Vegas, I had Joe Ingram to my direct left.
Sick.
Woo.
Yeah.
Woo. That was
Poppy's aggro. He's a wild animal.
He put me to work.
Yeah, I played with him on stream and off stream.
Slapped everyone around.
Did he do his like legendary table talk, or were there masks?
Oh, he still talked. Doesn't matter. Mask doesn't prevent you from talking. It was a good time.
At the bike off camera, he slow rolled this guy really, really hard. I know who he slow rolled. He slow rolled Sam. And what happened was his pot was massive, and then Poppy was nutted, and then he just like bet incredibly small because he knew Sam didn't have anything. I think Sam like ace high called or something, which obviously in PLO is just never gonna be good.
Yeah.
So Sam's like, oh, and I think he tossed in whatever it was, like $50 or $100 in like a several $1,000 pot, and then Joey's just like, you got it, and like I was like, what? And then Sam's like, are you sure? He's like, yeah, man, you got it. And Sam's like sheepishly flips over like I think ace king high or something. I was like, what the hell is that? And he just like flips over full house and like drags in the pot.
Oh my god.
All the things you guys miss like off camera.
And feels bad for that guy.
I mean, we all kind of, he knew. He just like,
he just that's like just funny.
Super slow rolled. Another one, I think Sam paid Sasha like $25 or $100 to knock over Joey's stack because Joey had like mounds and mounds of chips.
He always has the mountains.
So I think Sasha's went over there and he's like, hey, and then Joey's like, what? And she's like, boom, and just like knocked the whole damn thing over. I think Sam might have it on camera. I don't know. These are the things that
That's some good content. We need to unair that one or air that one.
Sam, if you have the photo or video, let's see it. Hey, if you guys have any questions for Rampage Poker, we have them live. So ask them some questions in the chat and we'll get to them. Greg Cabrera says, crazy seeing Rampage here. LOL, been watching him since earlier this year. Wayne, I saw you at Live at the Bike first. They opened during COVID. I think you were playing PLO. Maybe. I don't remember. I just whatever they need me to play, then I'll just go and sit and play. Like, beggars can't be choosers when you've been banned from games before. What's up, Detroit Siggy? What's up, SS the G? Ryan Freeman asks, what kind of camera do you have at the table? Does anyone have a problem with filming at the table?
This bad boy. Little iPhone something. It's one of I think the 12 Max, or not the newest one, or the 11 Pro Max. It's good quality. The crazy thing, you don't really need a real camera anymore. The phone's good enough, but you don't really, in terms of asking for permission, you just don't do that. You just do it, and if they tell you to stop, then you can stop. But if no one says anything to you, you just let it roll. Yeah.
Oh
That's
yeah.
if you have to start somewhere, that's how everyone really starts. Because everyone's gonna tell you no. If you
I
ask like,
was.
hey, trying to be
Yeah.
polite here, can I film at your casino tables?
Yeah.
And they're like, are you kidding? But just do it. That's,
I
that's
did that
how that's
stuff
how that works.
too, and then just like obviously because I'm employed, then there's like no, no, stop. I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
whatever. I got some good hands in.
Yeah.
I have an ace ace king king double suited at PLO in Commerce. That was
You have
like
it recorded?
yeah, I recorded.
Is there a video of that?
Yeah, I'll send it
Of
to
the
you.
pot? All right.
Yeah, at the pot, and I had
It's a
to.
good time.
I folded the river. I don't even know if it was right or not.
Why'd they tell you to stop?
They didn't. Commerce never told me to stop, but it's just like if the bike tells me to stop, I just like take a hint and just like
Yeah.
because I'm so easy to locate. So,
Yeah.
and
I had that issue in Massachusetts. The gaming commission doesn't allow. They're super strict with phones at the table. You're not even supposed to use it at the table. So I ran into some issues. So I had to stop doing that until they tell you to stop. Just keep on going. That's kind of how that works. Yeah.
it's entrepreneurship,
You just
cryptocurrency. What's up, Nick from Yuma? Oh man, you got a hater in the chat.
we love
Nick from
those.
Yuma, did you tell Ethan you're an MTT crusher? I'm just running good. I final table in the last 3 big MTTs I played, or 3 streams in a row.
Woof.
Yeah, whatever. But nothing compared to winning a bracelet.
Yeah, but you're proving consistency. Mine's just like a one-hit wonder. So
I've been streaming for like 5 days, so like we'll see.
Cons-
Whatever. One hit, hey, it doesn't matter. As like the bracelet is like getting the number 1 is what makes it different. Nobody cares if you get 5th place
you
like 20 times.
the issue is that you're using all your run good on those tournaments and not the bracelet ones.
Sure.
So
I've never.
Yeah.
I played in like one bracelet event in my life, but I talked with JJ and like we're gonna try to play more televised events and bracelet events and
what are
but-
televised events? No.
or just like at the gardens or Commerce or whatever. They have like WPTs or that get filmed.
That's a
yeah.
cool. That's a really cool opportunity. See, that doesn't happen where I'm at.
Well,
That
it's
doesn't.
LA.
Yeah, that's a cool opportunity. All right. Yeah.
What's up, OA Grinder? Says, "What's up, my chat pros?" That's my nickname. Is the LATV chat pros. What's up, Kove? Kove, I'll hit you up after this. He's like, I'm so easy to find. So like, how people like can blow people off. They're like, oh no, I have something to do. I'm so easy to find. Like it just, I can't make anything.
you can't have any excuses.
Yeah. What's up, NT Deep LA, Andrew? Sorry for your run bad last Friday. You know what I'm talking about. What's up, Young Joe? MTT.
Where are you on this?
I'm
Where are you on
scrolling
this list?
midways.
Oh.
What's up, Daniel Yee? Yeah, Asian American. He's last one. Do I have Andy? No, I have a one with Aaron Ho that's unreleased. He's a writer for Fresh Off the Boat. He was the president of the UCSD Poker Society. So, shout out to him. What college did you go to?
I went to UMass Amherst, so
Okay.
University of Mass. It's in like
I've
2
heard.
hours west of Boston. It's quite in the middle of nowhere.
What's up, Don Keener? What's up, Melty Uchiha? Japanese, I'm guessing. Eric Wiley says, "Man makes me want to do it and show them the guy that losses."
I didn't know what that meant.
I don't know. Peter P says, "Hello, my Asian brothers." What's up, Peter?
Peter.
I actually haven't had an Asian American on in quite a while. I think I might have had Christy, and then I was supposed to have Kitty on, but like we had technical difficulties.
Should have an all Asian live at the bike stream.
We want a diverse crowd. We want to welcome
Yeah.
everybody. So, guess Chicago shut down. Justin Lee asks, "Can you ask him how he flops sets every single session? You want to start training how to flop sets?"
Yeah. You just have to try really hard,
Really
and then you don't fold any of the pairs. So like eventually you'll hit them, and then you only show the ones that you hit. So it makes it seem like you're just running hot and pure all the time.
And Justin Lee says, "How
Good way
many
to do it.
And how does he get dealt aces every single session? I don't
Once you just ask the dealer nicely.
know.
That's
Right,
also another good way. They
right.
usually help out.
Justin Freeman says sticking to 1-3 still Rampage.
Recently transitioned up to 2-5 to see how that goes. It's going well so far, so mainly 2-5, and if I ever see a decent 5-10 that opening somewhere, then we try to take a shot. People like seeing big pots on the YouTube channel, so
Of course, Kove shouts you out as well. Says I like your videos. Keep going.
sweet.
Paul
There's
Siafi says Rampage can be Wayne to New Hampshire. Not for a while. I am stuck in LA for quite a long time. It's very complicated. Slarin30 says, "What's up, Wayne and Asian Andrew Nemi? How do you like them apples?"
I'll take it.
Justin Lee, we already did the flop sets training. Isaiah Messias says you should ask him who he looks up to in the poker world.
It's a good question. So the weird thing about me is that I literally don't know any of like, I never followed any of like the big pros, so I don't know any pros besides like the classic like Phil Ivey and Negreanu people. But honestly, like I mean, I grew up with poker just watching Brad Owen, Nemi, Johnny Vibes, you got Jamin in there. Those main four were like the OG guys that I like watched all the time and kind of took a lot from. So I literally only know the people that make videos on YouTube, and that's my relationship with poker, I guess. So it's very different.
Justin Bay has Wayne. What's your take on global poker besides best place to play right now? It's not the best place to play. It's like I mentioned this to Rampage off air. It's because global poker is the most legal between like ACR and Ignition and the app games that I'm playing on it. Actually, I have scoped out other places in the actions a little better, but you know, JJ's doing really well on global. Like I'm at the caliber. Like it's as long as you're not like world class or even like national level class players. Like I can play in any field. It's not a big deal. You know,
They're still doing like PayPal for deposits, right? I think that was like their biggest thing.
I think they
Something.
stopped it. I've cashed out a global. I think JJ's cashed out as well. So at least we can vouch for it. And they're based in Australia. So
Huh.
yeah, I mean
Yeah,
at least
I
cash
played it.
outs we have no problems. And riggedness, you know, all poker sites are rigged, so you can leave that. But
That too.
last 3 streams, and shouts OA Grinder. He's like, WTF, you had me on a couple days ago. Am I not Asian enough? No, you're on my personal channel, not the Live of the Bike channel. There's like a difference because on Live of the Bike, I have to be more kosher and tone down the cussing and the, you know, the political awryness. I don't know. But
Can't be as polarizing as you normally are. That's what it is.
yeah, I mean, it's just like it's the different channels I'm on, even though it's like it's not that big of a difference, but like when I'm on Live with the Bike, it's like the absolute cleanest because I have to answer to the LATV and the Bicycle Hotel and Casino and YouTube regulations. So CR asked, why are Pocket 4s so good?
They don't lose. They just don't lose. I need to replace this little poster thing I have from aces to pocket fours. That should be a thing.
Justin Lee asked, do you show every hand you play in your videos or just select the best ones?
I select the most entertaining ones, usually the biggest pots, whether it be me losing the most money or winning the most money. That's what people like to see.
Paul Siafi says, tell him about the duck sauce. Tell me about the duck sauce, I guess.
Do you like duck sauce?
Like what, Peking duck sauce?
I don't know. I have no idea. I couldn't tell you. I don't eat that much I don't eat that much traditional Asian food. I don't.
Do you like Asian food? Like,
He followed up with, have you played PLO with duck sauce, Ethan? I don't know what this means.
I don't know anything.
Momo, watch the WSOP stream from start to end. Thanks. That's quite the grind. That is a lot of content that you could just skip to the end.
SS the G. There's also Boski in mostly tournaments and Matthew Vaughn, who's in the DC area. Yep, I know both of those guys. I had Boski on. I asked Matthew Vaughn in chat whether he wants to come on. He ignored me. He probably didn't see, but Greg Cabrera says, Wayne, what's the best place to play 2-3 or 1-3 in LA area? It's not about the place, it's about the time. Like, when I was playing Graveyard Shift, I felt like the 2-3 games can be juicier than 5-5. So I willingly played the 2-3. I don't care about stakes. You know, it's just profitability. They're paying me anyway, so whatever. Just fill games. Justin Lee, still at it. Following up advice on flopping sets. Would the same apply for making quads? Have you made quads on your vlogs?
I've had a lot of quads recently. It's been a good run the past few months following the bracelet win. It hasn't, yeah. It's been, I have no complaints. It's been solid. Quad sets, trying to get paid. It's a good time.
Start to Kenodes. I love watching Rampage Poker. Love the video he posted today. Hope he can go in more depth about the AQ fold at the end.
We can talk about it.
Sure.
Yeah, so to recap, going from memory here, Under the Gun player opens up to $10 in a 5-5 game.
Min
and
raise.
then, yeah, so min open from Under the Gun playing, I think, like 7 or 8 handed. The player to my right, 3 bets to 25. Or player to my right or someone else, 3 bets to 25. And it's like, all right, I have ace queen off on the button or cut off, one or the other. Couldn't tell you. But seeing how passive people have been so far, seems like a mandatory 4-bet. So we sized to 75. Folds back around to the Under the Gun player who min opened, he calls, and the other player calls as well. So 3 ways in a technically 4-bet pot. Flop comes ace 3-5, 2 diamonds, and I'm holding the queen of diamonds, and the ace of diamonds is out there. Action checks to me. There's 225 more or less in the middle, so I just c-bet 130. The Under the Gun min opener 3 bets, he just check raises, to 300, which is like tiny. Other guy folds action onto me. This Under the Gun player probably had something like $600 behind his stack, behind the 300. So in position, it just felt like a spot where I was probably behind. I don't know. I had like a gut feeling. That was the main thing, that I was behind. And if I called it, it's like a super small raise too, which was like so annoying. And it's like, if I call 170 and we see a brick turn, he's probably gonna jam or do something. And it's like stack sizes didn't really make sense for just calling. And we block the sum of flush draws with the queen of diamonds. So it felt like who's like Under the Gun min opening? And usually it's like just small pocket pairs, it seems like, that didn't want to just limp. So I thought like sets were very much in this range. Also, like 2 sessions before, I got absolutely owned when I had ace jack, and then another guy flopped middle set and I just doubled him up in pretty much versus like the same action. So it was like check raises are pretty strong. I kind of faced this 2 sessions before and got totally owned, so might as well just save myself some money and fold. That was kind of my line of thinking. I don't know. He didn't seem like a type of player that would check raise with a combo draw, and I don't really know how many combo draws are on an ace 3-5 2 diamond board.
Okay, well, I can add a question. Like, why did you bet so much on the flop? You bet like 50%.
I didn't. Yeah, it seemed pretty. It seemed kind of small. Well, I've betting for value. I don't know.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, if you can downsize it a little bit to like 30 or 40%. If you were going to fold to a check raise, I guess, because if you're going to get 3 streets of value, then you could bet like 30, 40.
I thought.
And then 60.
Yeah, I thought like because you're multi-way, then you're more incentivized to bet a little bit bigger. I don't know.
I'm always err on the side of betting bigger. I'm just saying, like, if just for discussion purposes, if you were going to fold in that spot, then you would want to downsize.
I could have saved a little bit of money.
Yeah, because if you're going to get value out of ace jack, ace 10, you're going to bet flop turn river, then your stack probably would allow for like 30, 40%, then 60, and then pot bet, and that's pretty much your entire stack probably.
Yeah, I don't think that much ahead. Well, I also just never I never like assume someone's gonna check raise me, like especially against players I don't know. So it's like might as well just go standard-ish for value, and and evaluate action there. So I could have saved some money, but
I
just
don't
felt
know.
like I was
I'm not
dipping this
there.
bit.
Like I always
Yeah.
tell people, you're the one there. You decide. So a lot
I
of things you just don't know until they actually happen. Then you have to like make your best guess.
Yeah, it was just a weird gut feeling. It was like, oh, I'm beat for some reason, so we're gonna fold and move on to another day and see another hand or something. I don't know. More so a gut thing.
Slarin 30. Wayne says the bike closed now. How are you making money? I'm broke. Come on, guys. No, I'm on unemployment because I was employed, and then, I have been in private games. Just presuming I'm a winning player, maybe I've, just like lost everything in these private games. So, yeah, I mean, we're all scrambling in LA. It kind of sucks because some businesses close down around me, especially restaurants, and like, yeah, it's brutal. Only the online gaming sector, like chess.com and video games, are killing it. Delivery services, Amazon, DoorDash, which IPO'd. Stanley Tang, who is one of the co-founders of DoorDash, was supposed to come on Live with the Bike too.
Ooh. Hey, well, final tabling 3 tournaments in a row is always helpful.
Not even close. These are like $218 buy-ins. That's not that much.
Fair enough.
Justin Lee, how are you enjoying the Tesla Model S?
10 out of 10 recommend the car. Teslas make they make great cars. 10 out of 10. I wish I bought it after Elon lowered the price of like 15K. He just slashed the Model S price by 15,000 and didn't make that cut, but it's a good time.
Stark taking notes says your queen is a diamond blocker too, right? I felt like that's the one of the hands I'd look someone up with. Maybe they don't re-raise you with ace king and you still lose though.
I didn't want to have the queen of diamonds, I thought, because I block combos of flush draws, so then I block combos of that, and then it would weight a little bit towards value as opposed to a flush draw.
D. Winston asked, do you watch any other poker vlogs? Mario has a good one.
Mariano does, yes. Yeah, all of them
Mariano.
are solid.
Yeah.
all of them are really solid. Big fan of pretty much. Gotta keep, there's a lot that are out there, but I try to keep up with the people I watch the most or watch from the beginning.
Yeah, SSG says 130 and a 225, approximately 60% pot. Yeah, it's fine. Like, in LA, or I don't know where you're playing, but in LA, like, I tend to up bet when I want value, but, I'll down bet if strategically it makes sense, like on the, single card, high card boards. But it just depends on the game.
This is what I'm here for. This is why I made videos, just to get different perspectives and kind of go from there.
GoBirds90 says he should make it 120 pre and tank it on the pot. If they don't want to fold, they're not going to fold.
This is true.
If the
Could have
guy
lost more.
if the guy min raises to 10 and you make it 75, he's willing to call 65. Yeah, I guess maybe he'll fold for 110. Who knows? You never know until you do it.
Luck box confirmed. Yes, I will own that.
Oh man. It's just the G says the downside is when you make folds like that, you open yourself to exploitation versus aware opponents. Yeah, and that's always the thing. Like when you play on camera, you do these vlogs, then people, know things.
No, if you're aware, I don't fold. So there's that. if you watch some of the videos, any of them, folding isn't really a button I click.
The poker robot says Rampage is a beast.
Thanks, dude.
This mana car 123 guy really got it against you. You want to talk about your bracelet? What was the buy-in? How was the experience? How was the final table?
Yeah, I think so. Let me try to. I have it.
Show off.
I will show it up because I think a lot of people. I inserted it in the beginning of one of my videos, but like, it wasn't like an announced thing. So like a lot of people still ask me, but Here we are.
Sick.
Here it is.
How
Little
much can I buy it off you
Justin.
for?
How much you got?
Not much. I just told people
uh,
I'm on unemployment and I lose in poker games.
maybe if you can teach me your secrets of final tabling 3 terms in a row, that'd be cool.
Yeah, get dealt winners. Get it in bad 3 times and just like get dealt the winning hand. And all the people who are
Oh,
sweating me like oh 08 Grinder and they can all attest and Nick from Yuma that I got it in bad a couple times and just got
oh,
there.
that's how you do it. Yeah,
This
yeah,
is how you
that's
do it. Like
that is
Monto.
literally how you do it. Yeah. So I mean, I'm not a tournament player. Even at the time, I really was like, sure, I can call myself a cash player because that's literally what I played. But it's like I'm not good. But I literally don't play tournaments. I have 2 live caches. One was a min cache, and one was like a final table cache for a small daily like $100 tournament. So that's where my tournament experience kind of starts. But because quarantine happened, everyone's locked down. I was playing a lot of online tourneys like daily for like hours on end, punting a lot, but like kind of learning a little bit. And then the opportunity comes up. WSOP is online, and I had plans to go to Vegas to play some WSOP tournaments before everything shut down, obviously. So I looked at the calendar and I saw this weekend where there were like 3 or 4 tournaments that were pretty affordable, like $500 buy-ins each. So I wasn't going to be punting away 1,500 on one bullet. I'll punt away 1,500 on 3 different bullets. Just makes sense that way. So it was the most cost efficient weekend that I could stream on because I just wanted to make content. And we went down, just experimented, and it was going to be my last day when I won. Ended up being a long night. It worked out somehow. I guess like people ask like what was like the biggest factor of winning, and I would attribute all of that to the live chat because I was live streaming and people would tell me
What to do?
like
Just kidding.
that like so I was on a 5-minute delay, but like yeah, like every time I made something stupid, did anything stupid, I'd hear from it immediately and I was like, all right, we'll figure that out next time. But more importantly, it was like people would tell me like X username is this pro, X username is that pro, and I'd look them up and be like, okay, like good to know. I'll try to avoid those people. And that was very helpful. But also getting like that feedback of like, don't do this in this spot. I think like I raised one of the big things I learned was like I raised like 8-7 suited from middle position. I opened it. People didn't like it. Like, okay, I don't know.
Okay. Sure.
Tried to
I
be a
mean,
little more nitty. I don't know. Yeah, that was like one example. But yeah, I it didn't kick in that I was gonna win until I didn't think I had a chance of winning until we were like top 15 and I was second in chips. And I was like just doing the math in my head, like there's a chance.
so you're saying
And I
there's
do
a
have
chance.
some chips.
Chips, yeah.
So we're not like dead in this thing, and then all of a sudden we're at the final table, and then I got to have this ridiculous hand of going runner diamonds against ace king and pocket kings where I had ace 8 suited,
Skill.
and then yes, oh, you mean when you know it's coming, you
Yeah.
just why not rip it in there. So yeah, and then I was chip leading with 7 players left and thought there was a chance.
And the chance became 0 to 100.
It did.
Real quick.
It did go to 100 real quick.
And now you're a bracelet winner. Now you could just go to social settings, say, hey, do you know what this is?
Hey, I can flex it on my Instagram bio, and that's where we're at right now.
I was telling the director, Brian Arakaki, I'm like, dude, I'm jealous. Like, was Ryan DePaulo has a bracelet now? Like, so many people have bracelets. I'm like, I want one. I got a bracelet TTs, but you can't win if you don't play him. Playing him.
Yeah, his story is just crazy. His story is silly. Just he said he was timed out every hour to reconnect on the Wi-Fi. That is just silly.
I mean, he's a character. Plus, like I've watched a couple of his vlogs, I guess, and just like him and Joey are just.
Oh, it's amazing.
You want to tell us about the session playing the great game of Pot Limit Omaha with Joey and your 1AK Chicago Joey?
Did any more nicknames for him?
Poppy 1 2 3. I don't know.
With the Poppy, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I went to Vegas for like a weekend just spontaneously, and then it happened to be the same day of the Wynn grand reopening, so I just went, and all of a sudden, while playing like a 1-3 game, there's Nimi and Joe Ingram just playing PLO, and they're like, well, it's not like I
You
came to
don't,
Vegas to not play with them. So
right?
they also were like, it's only 1-2, it's casual, whatever. And I was like, oh, right, it's only
They
1-2. You're
got you.
right.
They got you. Yeah.
I sit down and Joey's got like 1,500 in front. I'm like, what's the max buy-in here? And like, it's a
Okay.
thousand. That it's 1,000 cap, but still,
Okay.
like for a one, I did not
It's
expect that
500
for a 1-2.
bigs. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's a 1-2 and then a $5 bring in, so it was really just
Oh.
2-5
Okay.
or 1-2-5. But
Okay.
yeah, but we signed up for variants. It's fine. Somehow ended up making money, but
Skill
when I
game.
was trying to choose seats, Joey like dared me to sit on the seat open to his right. I was like,
Oh
fine,
god, he's
I'm up,
so good at
I'm up,
that game.
I'm up for the challenge. Fuck it, and we did it. We
Wow.
experienced a lot. We were bullied a little bit, but we learned. We learned some stuff,
Hmm.
and I somehow won money. So I escaped alive. But that was a good game. Boski ended up joining
Oh,
too.
sick.
So it was just like us four, and Joey was just kind of running the table. It was kind of crazy. Just good at that. He's just good at PLO. But
The great game.
that kind of that kind of opened up my eyes. Like people are really good at PLO. Dude, they crush the game. Because I feel
It's
like
yeah.
a lot of
I mean,
people like are like me when they sit down. They just don't know. We don't know what we're supposed to play. What are we supposed to do here?
yeah, I'm very pigeonholed in LA, so I don't know what the rest of the world's like. But like, I mean, PLO is highly technical game. So if you know your stuff, you at least know you're getting your chips in good.
Yeah, there was a few games running in Mass, and they just when the games are running at Encore, there's my buddy would just be like, "Yeah, we're playing this." They just do well. The hybrid when they do well, they do really well. The numbers are wild.
So what do you have in store for your future in poker? Another bracelet, more vlogs, more groupies. Yeah.
Definitely more vlogs. We're gonna pump out content for as long as I mean, the channel is going a lot better than I ever expected it to. So we're gonna keep pumping out the videos, especially when no one else is right now. Just trying to take advantage of that, which is working. And I don't know, people really like I don't like I said, I don't really know if I'm gonna play big stakes. Like I took two shots at 10-20 when I was in LA. One in LA, one in San Diego. So those would be fun videos to come out. I don't think I'm doing that regularly because we're just not even a little ready. Not even an ounce of ready for any of that. But
1020 in
made for
LA
fun
is
videos.
1020 in LA is pretty tough, man. Like it's back in my day, it was not that tough. Now it's tough times. Who'd you play against?
The one so I have a video come up Wednesday actually, which is my 10-20 game. It was at the bike. I don't know
Oh,
anyone
really?
there.
Hmm.
Yeah, well, it was a 5-10 and there was a mandatory straddle, so everyone did it. So it was 5-10-20 and that was it was nerve wracking. I was three betting and the three bet was like something it was like 2-8 like $300. It was like, oh, okay. That's my max buy-in last year at 1-3. So it was quite the transition. And then when I played in San Diego, it was at Ocean's 11, and they have one like every Monday, it seems like.
Really?
In that game,
Who'd you play against?
who were the people? Like, couldn't remember their names. I don't know if you know. Oh, they
I know
said that they
some of
played
them.
at LA too. Yeah. Um, they said that none of them were like pros, but like they were all solid and pretty good. Like there were two people that, yeah, they, yeah, that was my feeling. But it was a lot of action,
A lot of
and
action.
yeah, we we learned a lot that day. So, yeah, I guess like for poker wise, definitely vlog heavy, vlog focused. 2.5 is where I'm comfortable at for now. if we ever find that transition towards 510, cool. But I don't know if I'll ever get there because that actually requires studying, and that's not what I'm doing right
And
now.
you already graduated from college, so you're done with studying.
Right. I mean, we've got, yeah, exactly. 4 years of study is enough. Why study poker?
Hey, you
No need
graduated
for
in 4.
that.
That's pretty impressive. Let's not even go to how many years I took. So, Callie says, Cal says, Ethan, wow, great to see you here. What a nice surprise. Greetings from Germany. Love your content.
Shout out to you, Cal.
Start taking
Watching from Germany.
notes. Start taking notes as, are you ever planning on going to Rivers Casino in New York to play poker when it opens back up after the pandemic?
Yeah, it's an option. I kind of want to just start traveling more when things are. I've been traveling a lot, but I'd like to travel more. Uh, I've heard good things about rivers. They're just far away. It's a far drive ish, but they're just not open. So when they're open, I'll start driving around more. Mix it up. I think like content wise, people want to see poker from in different places. So might as well. You can't just keep uploading videos from the same place all the time. I guess I don't know. People.
Not like Live of the Bike does. I'm just kidding.
You can just mix it up at least. It's like, for me, I saw like some of the views dropping when like I posted like 20 videos in a row from the same place. So I might as well do it. Someone asked how'd you come up with the name Rampage Poker?
It's Koves. He's a hashtag reg, LATV reg.
I said someone because I didn't know how to pronounce it and we weren't gonna butcher that whole name.
Sure.
But yeah, that was from when I was in middle school playing Call of Duty. I was joining a clan because we were sniping and at the time, and Rampage was the name I came up with. It was the name of a little league bat that I used a lot. So we were. I wasn't expecting this channel to go anywhere, so I was like, all right, just Rampage Poker. That's my screen name. That's my name for Call of Duty. We're doing the name for poker and running with it, and it's stuck.
All right. Well, you have any words for the Live at the Bike audience? We're definitely gonna post your link down here.
Hey, for tuning in. Thanks for checking out. Hope you had a good time. Shout out to Wayne for hosting this and getting this all set up.
And anything, yeah, when you come out here, I don't know what Asian food you like or just food in general. I could take you out and then could watch you playing Live at the Bike and see how you fare against the regs.
I'll be ugly, but I'm down for it. There's only 69 people watching and 27 likes on this stream. We've got to. Oh, I'm one of those people.
Yeah. Well, it's
right,
also a
28.
talk show. People want to see like cards. Like I don't even have cards here, but whatever. Anyway.
Well, no, smash that like button. There's 36 of you guys that haven't done it yet, so or at least 36 of you guys.
People tune in and out too, but all right.
There it is.
Thank you for your time. I'll let you know when we're open, and looking forward to seeing more of your stuff.
Awesome. Thanks for having me on.
All right. Take it easy.